he's seen in Europe this season. All going in nicely. In goes Kingsbarns. Be a different rhythm to the race to the one he had last time. As Aidan said, he was very green. He was in front a long way out there against a different type of opposition. Kieran Fallon goes in on Steeler, who took the preliminaries well. Here's first cornerstone. The last Group 1 of the season, and Stuart Machin is going to call it for us.
Birdman locked away, all in. They're off for the Racing Post Trophy, and Birdman just missed half a beat from the stalls, was last to come out, away to the left and closest to the rail. Kingsbarns was away smartly with Trading Leather in the centre and Steeler on the right. The grey Sir Patrick Moore, one of the rank outsiders, tracks them. First cornerstone, the white-faced colt in the slipstream of Steeler on the right of the cluster. Vanderneer, Richard Hughes striped cap last but one, and Birdman races at the tail, and they go through the first quarter mile with Trading Leather under Kevin Manning, disputing it with Steeler, Kieran Fallon the green jacket. A length and a half then to Kingsbarns on the near side of first cornerstone, and then Vanderneer in a line of three for last place with Birdman on the left and the grey Sir Patrick Moore between them. Down past halfway in the Racing Post Trophy. Looks a generously run affair. Steeler is winding it up, and Trading Leather is chivied along by Manning. Back in the field, Hughes crouching a little lower now, and Vanderneer. Kingsbarns, Joseph O'Brien, the dark blues, stalking the leaders with first cornerstone on the far side. Down to the last 2.5 furlongs. Still Steeler from Trading Leather, first cornerstone. Here goes Kingsbarns, beginning to ease into it, followed through by Vanderneer. Passing the two. Steeler, a tough horse, hard to pass, but Kingsbarns breezes up on the near side to deliver his challenge. First cornerstone, the far side. Trading Leather back and forth down to the last furlong. Kingsbarns quickens impressively, stretches a couple of lengths clear from Steeler, first cornerstone. Vanderneer is running on well down the near side. Kingsbarns got first run onto Joseph O'Brien and is seeing it out very stoutly. Kingsbarns simply barnstorming. Kingsbarns wins the Racing Post Trophy. A magnificent 7 in the race for Aidan O'Brien. Close second, Vanderneer and Steeler. The first cornerstone was next. Birdman was last.
Oh, what a way to break your 2-year-old duck for the season. Aidan was 0 from 14 with his 2-year-old runners, though some of them had performed with plenty of credit in the races over here this year, but he's broken that now, and given this horse's inexperience, you have to think he's a really nice prospect for next year. Whether he's actually an Epsom type, when you watch his action, he hits the ground quite hard, and you just wonder whether that particular course would suit him, but that's for another day. This is a horse that stepped up from winning a maiden where, without being too rude about the opposition, essentially he beat trees to taking on horses who won group races here. The second and third in the picture at the minute have won group races, and finishing strongly and definitely getting the trip to a large extent is Vanderneer. He just didn't get going quite in time, but the winner, a little bit green in front. Look at his ears, there's a little bit left in the locker. He runs low to the ground, hits it hard, but he's definitely a very good runner.
Kingsbarns, a 7th Racing Post Trophy victory for trainer Aidan O'Brien. Last night they backed him into joint favouritism for the Derby. I suspect he might be a little bit shorter now. We'll find out shortly. Kingsbarns returns the 15-8 first choice of the punters. A good day for them here on Town Moor. 9-4 he opened up on track. Plenty of late cash. Ladbrokes, they got it absolutely spot on. They've been ducking the creature all day. They were only 6-4 this morning when others were 5-2. In second, number 7, great run from the supplementary entry Vanderneer. So it's the two supplementary entries, first and second. Vanderneer 5-1. And just narrowly third, number 5 Steeler for Mark Johnson in England. That was 7-2. But Derby quotes coming in right now. Paddy Power, they go 4-1 from 12. A very clear favourite. Coral, well, they're the same. 4-1 favourite from 8. Very clear favourite now. Kingsbarns. They'll take a good one to beat it on that showing.
Well, it was a really interesting race. Ladbrokes make him 8-1 favourite for the Derby. Boyle Sportsman more impressed, go 5s, and Skybet goes 6s. Hits the ground quite hard, doesn't he, as Jim made that point. Jim also thought it was interesting before the race. I thought Vanderneer was one that might be susceptible to the mile, and in the end all he's done is stay on and grab second in the closing stages. What did you make of his run? Yeah, he definitely got the trip, as Richard said he did. I mean, I said this morning that pedigree's a guide, and using that as a guide you wouldn't have considered him, but as he said, it's when it comes to the crunch, it's actually about what they put together, and he was pretty confident he would get the trip, and he was right. But you wouldn't, you know, I
sort of raised a doubt or two about Epsom with this horse on the basis of seeing him for 1 minute 40 odd seconds. We need more time to evaluate that. He's got quite a heavy action, but Emma's down with Joseph now. Let's see what he thought of it.
Yes, Joseph, well done. A really likeable performance for such an inexperienced horse.
Yes, he relaxed and travelled very well. Probably got to the front and went too soon on him, but my rhythm was taking me there and I had to keep going.
I mean, they appeared to go quite a good gallop, and he was just lobbing along, just as you said, very, very relaxed in behind them. He pulled out, got a good turn of foot, and then a little bit green still in front.
Yeah, he was very green. He went the last furlong and a half, but his ear pricked. I think this is going to be a very good horse.
I mean, he's got quite a knee action to look at. I mean, looking ahead to the likes of the Derby next year, it wouldn't want to be too quick, would it?
He'll have no problem with good ground. He works on good ground at home, and he's worked on the all-weather. Soft ground or quick ground, he'll have no problem.
Yeah, well done. An exciting prospect to look forward to for next year.
Well, up until today, Aidan O'Brien had 14 juvenile runners in Britain this season.